This is a character that I really wanted to go in depth with in this video, and it's more so a joking type of way, but this is Miss Trenchbull and my thoughts on her, and just silly thoughts and just food for thought for anyone that's watching this, and for anyone that has the same humor as me, has the same ideas as me. But I've loved this movie for such a long time, and I've just recently rewatched it for the millionth, billionth time, and I've never really been at the age to consume it in the way I did this time. And the one thing I want to start off with is how scared I was of this person, how scared this person was, and like when I watched this movie back in what 2012, back when I was a little kid, when I was just a little itty boy. And this movie, Matilda, based off the book, has been such a beautiful thing to me to keep coming back to, keep watching, keep getting like information from. And I think on this rewatch, I specifically thought about this Trenchbull and how evil she is towards the kids, how menacing she is. Like, she's Hulk in a woman's body, like Hulk just reincarnated. And from the very beginning, paints a picture with what revolves around her, whether it's her life, whether it's her hobbies, whether how she portrays herself, her way of being. And throughout the film, I genuinely thought, like, especially where she's living, it could be made to a Texas Chainsaw Massacre map with all the little things you can add, like the back door, like you can make her a sort of killer in Dead by Daylight, the way she be acting. For the majority of the film, she just is crazy strong, right? And then we see up until like 75% of the movie's done that she's roided out. She has to be on roids. There's no way. I know this is a fictional story, because at the end of the day, Matilda has powers or whatever. And what's it called? This woman buys a car from Wormwood, which is Matilda's dad. She's a Wormwood herself, and she goes out somewhere. Maybe she's gonna go do a lot of her hobbies or whatever, but it stops about a few feet out of her driveway, and this woman picks up the car, a full car, mind you. It might not be a new car, it might not be 100% type of car because of how Wormwood acts and how cheap he is and evil and scheming he is, but it's car, it's metal, it weighs, and she picks it up, turns it around, and lugs it, pushes it all the way back onto her driveway. And the way it looks so easy for her to do that, and I don't know if it's the power she has in her feet or how angry she was at the fact that that car stopped and she paid Wormwood, but from that to a few minutes after that, where Matilda and her teacher get caught up in the house, and it's crazy, bro. The house is all messed up. It looks like it's abandoned. It reflects who Miss Trenchbull is, and I love the fact that it does. But it also looks like somewhere Dead by Daylight map. It would be a crazy Dead by Daylight map. First off, in a building, in a huge building, she could be the killer, or even Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game map. The way the back door was bolted, the way there's things going down back staircase, and you can make noise or whatever for the killer or whatever. And herself, she could be a killer. The way she she jumped from the second story. It looked like one of those older second stories, so like a tall second story, a very tall second. And she lands it, and the impact it has in the room, and the camera shaking, and her being excited, and it was like, I don't necessarily remember the feeling I was feeling when I was a little kid, but when I tell you, it was like, dang, bro, watching it for this time, I was just like, this is a menace. Like, it's who I was scared of as a little kid, I would say. But yeah, continuing on to that, I really want to do the movie justice and speak about it a bit more, other than Miss Trenchbull's crazy ass. The way I felt at the end of this movie on this rewatch has to have words to put to it. And the way I cried and sobbed at the end when the conclusion came up, even though I know Matilda's parents were really bad to her and really abusive towards her emotionally and very scarring, even though she learned to take it on the head and push forward. I think that was, like the narrator said, the one good thing they did for her. And in that instance, I would say, in some way, shape, or form, it was showing that they always loved Matilda, always thought about her, and always saw her as family. Even though they weren't the best parents, even though they weren't the star parents. In that moment, a lot of what had happened, I was just like, I didn't justify it, but it was like this whole 360. You could tell the characters of Wormwood, the Wormwood family, was gonna miss Matilda. At the end of the day, they did come for her when they were leaving. They were thinking about her, and she was a part of the family. And I think it's very sweet, the movie overall, and the songs especially. The songs in this movie, I'm not sure if I'd classify them as like amazing good songs, but this soundtrack, when it started playing, I remember it like the back of my hand, and it just brought a nostalgic feeling of home, of fulfillment. And I really do want to go more in depth into this movie about different aspects, especially about Matilda, but I'll do that in another episode. But I do want to pay tribute to how phenomenal this story is for a kid and for every age after that. And I haven't read the book myself, or I don't remember if I did. I would want to read the book and do a review on it as well, because watching this at like 2 or 1 a.m. I cried, and I had a good time, and I didn't want to go to sleep, and that's what movies should do.